All right, you just saw him in that story. Congressman Jim Himes is pushing to get this infrastructure bill over the finish line. You say we can do it by the end of this month.
Yeah, I think that's right, John. Though there's been lots of press reporting on the back and forth, was there going to be a vote last week? And no, there wasn't a vote last week. This is legislative negotiation, right? This is how all deals get made, and big deals in particular. And this is going to be a big deal. It's going to be transformative for our highways, for our railways, for our ability to bike, for things like high-speed broadband. It's going to take some time, but I am confident that we are in a better place this week than we were last week in terms of zeroing in on what the deal looks like.
Well, if this was just the infrastructure plan alone, it would probably be pretty simple, but it's tied up with the president's Build Back Better agenda. Are we going to find some sort of consensus on how big this plan is?
Well, that's what I mean, John. President Biden was elected based on the observation that the pandemic in particular showed us that way too many Americans are getting left behind in terms of, access to childcare for their kids. And remember, a mom who has no access to childcare is not in the workforce. And inside the Democratic Party, there were lots of different ideas about what should be in it and how big it should be. But we're zeroing in on the number that the president directed us to.
The Republicans have called this Biden's super pork bill. Whatever this ends up costing, 1.5, 2 trillion, maybe up to 3 trillion. It's a massive amount of money. Can we afford it?
It is going to be a big bill. It's going to be the biggest investment in the American people, arguably since the 1960s. And I hope the Republicans call it pork. I hope they call it pork because the American people need to see that when we're talking about, let's be very specific about what we're talking about. We're talking about better daycare for children, particularly in more disadvantaged environments. We're talking about better ability for parents to send their kids to college. Let the Republicans call that pork. I will run on that. I will run on that distinction for the rest of my